Good happy Wednesday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, night work delay causes traffic backups on I-93. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Suzanne Rowntree.
You're a brave man, Mr. Stevens. Your testimony will save lives. Mr. Stevens, this is your new name. This is your new house and a perfectly inconspicuous SUV. You must become invisible.
I'll take my chances.
It was the first night of the bridge work that affected commuters this morning. The work involved setting beams of the bridge being constructed over exit 4 on 93 in Londonderry.
On the first night, you need to actually set 2 beams in order to make sure they're stable. And obviously the work extended into the morning rush hour, which created some significant traffic backups.
Early morning commuters were stuck in a traffic nightmare.
Until that point, as the normal traffic during the nighttime is going right now, we're exiting traffic off the ramps and then back onto 93 at exit 4. And that, of course, when you get morning traffic and signals and traffic crossing 102, that creates some significant backups. For safety reasons, it wasn't until 6:40 that the green light was given to reopen the northbound side. Commuters heading south finally started moving at 7:20. When you're setting this steel, you've got large cranes that are on 93 that have cables attached to the beams. This morning, it was a situation where to have both beams stable and secure, they wanted to make sure that everything was safe before they reopened the road. But the contractor and DOT officials say now that the first 2 beams are in place, tomorrow morning's commute should be fairly normal. Really, you're only looking at 1 beam a night now, minimum, and potentially that's all you're going to do one night.
Now, over the next few weeks, the construction will continue, and DOT officials are asking commuters to please be patient. Now, of course, if you need to find out traffic information early tomorrow morning, you can log on to WMUR.com or tune into Channel 9 between 5 and 7 in the morning. Live in Londonderry, Suzanne Rowntree, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Bitcoin sees sudden sharp spike after smashing through 10,000. Bitcoin saw a massive sudden spike just after it broke through a closely watched milestone Tuesday night. Steve Bannon to stump for Roy Moore next week. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
New cheesecake stuffed French toast, made with creamy cheesecake topped with apples and toffee, strawberries, or cookies and cream made with Oreo cookie pieces. Now with IHOP and Go, order online and get $5 off your first order of $25 or more.
A piece of crucial video, a woman taking her story to the Washington Post, and what she said about Senate candidate Roy Moore, it was not true, and what is then heard on the video during the confrontation about it. So who sent her, and was it an attempt to trap that reporter? Here's ABC's chief national correspondent, Tom Yamas, tonight.
What you're looking at is a dirty trick exposed. On the left, Washington Post reporter Stephanie McCrumman. On the right, a woman who goes by the name Jamie Phillips. The Post says she approached them with an explosive story that Senate candidate Roy Moore got her pregnant when she was a teen and forced her to have an abortion. But the Post did their homework. They say the woman's story didn't add up, so they confronted her.
I also wanted to let you know, Jamie, that this is being recorded and video recorded.
The Post had broken the news about Moore's alleged relationships with teenage girls when he was a local prosecutor. One woman says Moore molested her when she was only 14. But reporters determined Jamie Phillips' story was not true and that she was out to discredit their reporting.
Frankly, want to know if you're who you might be working for now.
I still do morning work.
Well, it's a little bit of an issue there, and I just want to ask you to explain it, because when we called the company that you said that you worked for, they said they didn't have that you didn't work there.
But then the reporter reads from a GoFundMe page Phillips allegedly started to finance her work exposing what she calls the mainstream media's lies and deceit.
You still have an interest in working in the conservative media movement to combat the lies and deceit of the liberal MSM? Is that still your interest?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not at this point. I don't really want to get into any more details about my life because I mean, it's like obvious that you're like not believing me.
With apparently no moves left, Phillips ends the meeting.
Tom Yamas with us live again tonight. He's in Washington, and Tom, Roy Moore's campaign says they had nothing to do with this.
That's right, David. Roy Moore's campaign tells me tonight they have no connection to this woman. Now, the Washington Post, in trying to figure out who she worked for, says they saw her walk into the offices of Project Veritas. That's a right-wing group that uses deceptive tactics to expose what they call media bias. David, tonight we reached out to Project Veritas. They would not comment specifically on this case.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.